Now, as the gentleman from Massachusetts, Ranking Member Mr. McGovern for his time of questioning.
Well, the gentleman knows I like him a lot, but I really can't believe that this is what we're spending our time debating in the Rules Committee right now. When every public opinion poll tells us that the issue of affordability is front and center. And this is what we're dealing with here in the Rules Committee. I mean, Chairman Hill, I mean, this resolution states that Congress, quote, denounces socialism in all its forms and opposes the implementation of socialist policies in the United States, end quote. So let's have a little lightning round here, since your bill doesn't have a definition of socialism in it. And I just want you to help me narrow it down a little bit, because, quite frankly, because Republicans routinely say that everything Democrats do is socialism. And I just want to make sure that I'm understanding this. And, you know, I just have some yes or no questions that I hope to get you to just say if these things are socialist policies or not. So let's start. Socialist or not? Medicare.
I think it's I'll give you a yes or no answer. That is on the side of state control of health care, so I'd say it could be considered socialist.
Oh, wow, okay. Social Security.
No.
What about SNAP, the Food Assistance Program?
No.
How about VA Health or the VA Home Loan Program? Is that socialist?
I don't think so. I think that's a commitment we made following the admonition of President Lincoln to pay benefits to those who wore the uniform and served in uniform.
Fire departments?
No.
National parks?
No.
Public schools?
No.
How about the Affordable Care Act tax credits, which Republicans are refusing to extend?
Well, again, I think the state has far too much control in health care dominating it, and therefore I think the health care programs, as a general matter, could be considered state control and therefore on the side of socialism.
So, of all, okay, so of all those, I mean, you kind of hint that the tax credits might be, and Medicare, you mentioned, might be considered a socialist program. So is this resolution condemning Medicare?
No, it's condemning socialism.
Yeah, according to the bill, it says Congress announces socialism in all its forms. And you just said that Medicare could be considered a socialist program.
Yes, some people could consider it a too much state control. That's right.
Okay. Let me ask you a few more. Socialist or not, President Trump's proposal to use tariff revenue from his trade war to bail out farmers to the tune of billions of dollars.
I don't think that's socialism.
That's redistributing kind of.
Well, I don't.
I mean that's like a, well, whatever. I mean, I'm going to.
Yeah.
Yes. How about the Trump administration's $9 billion stake in chip manufacturer Intel?
I didn't support the CHIPS Act by the Biden administration. I'm not a big fan of industrial policy on that scale, personally.
So that's a yes for that?
Well, I wouldn't call it socialism. Right. I'm not calling it socialism, but you're asking me,
Medicare is, but that's not. Okay. Commerce Secretary Lutnick recently stated that the Trump administration is considering taking ownership stakes in large defense companies like Boeing and Lockheed Martin. If he did that, would that be a socialist policy?
Not necessarily.
Yeah. So, look, again, there's no definition in here, but you just basically said that Medicare could be considered a socialist policy. And as I read, this is it's resolved that Congress denounces socialism in all its forms and opposes the implementation of socialist policies in the United States. Again, we did this last year.
You did. Well, as Congress, and you voted in favor of it, I think.
Yeah.
You voted against it in the rule. I don't know how you voted on it. Let's see.
I think I voted no.
You voted no, yeah.
Yeah, no. Because there's no definition here. Mm-hmm. And I have to be honest with you, I'm really concerned because I follow social media like everybody here does, listen to the news, and I hear the word socialist thrown around all the time for every program that seems to be about helping lift people out of poverty, that helps make people's quality of life better. And again, I think Medicare is a good program. I support it 1,000,000%. And so I cannot vote for a resolution that can be interpreted as condemning Medicare as a socialist policy. So I thank the gentleman for being here, but again, I wish we were doing something like extending the Affordable Care Act tax credits, or doing something to lower the cost of food for people. But this is what we're doing after 8 weeks of paid vacation. And again, I respect the gentleman, but I respectfully will not support this. I yield back.
Gentleman yields back.